Good morning, everybody. It's Laura. Welcome back. Today we are going to dive into this. I have a definite show September 28th. I have a show October 5th. I have a show October 19th. And I have a show November 2nd and a show November 19th and a show September, I think it's the 12th, something like that. Those are my definites. I am going to work on this box right here. I have some extras to throw in with some of this off to the side. Let's get to making some jewelry. Now, I'm not going to make every single piece like both of these because I don't want to take two of everything to, I'm probably not going to take the fruit at all to the show in Amsterdam because it is a small street show. And I'm going to kind of hold these back for the bougie shows, which is the October and November shows. So, but I do want to get these done so they're completed. And even at that, I am only going to take one of each to each show, saving the November show. Make sure I have one of each of these because that is my big show. I do the best in the Optimist Club. That is where I'm indoors. It's huge. I do really well there. So we're going to make necklaces. I told you guys this was these are necklaces that are going to be very minimalist, and we're just going to put them together. I have already pre-cut my chains to 18 inches, so you didn't have to watch me do that. I am also going to make a bunch of earrings. You'll see that. And I will also be making, if we have time, I have doctors and harvesters this morning and doctors this afternoon. So we're just going to get at this and get going. The first thing I'm going to do is these little guys have to go on a jump ring. Let's do that. Let's get them all on a jump ring and then assemble the necklaces. So I want to make this a longer necklace because video because I have so much. Him, I don't have to worry about which way he goes on. I just want him on when I put him on the necklace. If I do have something that looks like it needs to go on a bail because he has to go a certain way, I'll pull a bail like he has to go a certain way. We'll string him directly onto the necklace. I don't know. I don't want to put him directly on the necklace because I don't want this to break. So I may get a bail out for him. The same with him. He can go on or double jump ring them. I don't like to double jump ring because when you do that, you have a bigger chance of losing the piece. Or if you jump ring to a bail, they're safer. So I will stop here in a second and get some bails out. And he can go on a jump ring. So I'm going to pause a second and get the bails for the ones that have to have bails. Because these fruit were a little more on the expensive side, I definitely don't want the person to lose their piece. So we need 1, 2, 3 on a bail. I'm going to pause you. I only have 4 left, but you can look these up on Beadbox Bargains website. So this will go like this. So I will need a jump ring between them. And I do have tiny little bales, but I don't think they'll ride right on the, he just needs a jump ring. I don't know why I was thinking he needed a bale. So we'll go ahead and put him on a jump ring. I don't know why I was thinking he needed a bale. So we only need 2. Oh my goodness, it's early. Well, not really. It's like 8:15. So we're going to put him on a jump ring. And while we put this on, we'll make sure that we put it on, oops, forgot to put it on the bale, so that the bale rides on the necklace with that little piece in the front. I'll set that aside. Now I'll double check, make sure he didn't know. Nope, I just only needed 2. Get it picked up correctly. I washed my hands, now I can't do a thing with them. It's a joke, guys. I just don't want the little loops on the top of the fruit to break off. By using the bale, it still isn't going to work right because he faces a different way. I'm going to have to double jump ring him just to get him to go right. So let me use 2 tiny jump rings here. I'll have to get a couple more out. Or just use a tiny right here. That is strange. So do any of you that watch this video set up at vendor events? I did not realize also how many of you there we go. I want to make sure he's lined up correctly. All right, now they're ready to go on their chain. So we're going to do the 2 of the bales first. So you can see how they look. We're just going to put our chain through the bale. And he's going to hang with this little leaf to the front, like that. So when I put him on his card, I'll make sure he is hanging towards the front. I am using 18-inch because that is the most common that people wear. I always have extenders available, and I put frequent little post-its up that I have extender chains if they need their jewelry larger, whether it's bracelets or, you know, and I say I have 1/2 inch, inch and a half, 2 and 3-inch extenders so that I have whatever people need, you know. And usually most people are very pleased with the 18-inch. So I usually don't have too many people that need an extender. Once in a while, if a person is heavier, they do request an extender, which I'm glad to give, you know, because that is that's a sale. you know, that little bit it costs like maybe 10 cents of, you know, creating that extender. Guaranteed me that sale. So we're going to do this one. So there's the cherries, how they'll dangle. And go ahead and get them on their chain. And I will need to get one more of these little ones out because I used one. And I thought my food pantry was this week. It was last week. But that's okay. And you can't call them. They do not answer their phone. And they have their voicemail full, so you can't just, you know, leave a voicemail, hey, call me, I missed my appointment. You just got to go, which is what they ask you to do anyways. Just show up on the next available day and let them know you missed. But honestly, last week I was not feeling good. I really wasn't feeling good this week. This week was just, I just felt icky. All right, so we're going to set these up out of our way a little bit, and we'll start working from one end to the other. These didn't need a bail, and we're just going to drop our chain through. I am letting them flow. I do not want them on fastened to the chain, because that if the chain like moves around their neck, then their little fruit is going to move. The fruit isn't heavy enough to hold itself in place. So by making it being able to move around the neck, it just is a better deal all the way around. And I found in my area at least, minimalist jewelry sells better than the like beaded jewelry and the more extravagant, what I call prettier, the more prettier stuff, which is really strange. You would think, oh, that's beautiful, that's going to sell. It really doesn't. People look at, oh, that's pretty, that reminds me of something my grandma would wear. And I'm like, oh my goodness, really? But it's true. You know, the more gothic looking stuff that I make, it really doesn't sell. And, you know, I like it. I think if I was to make myself one and wear it at a show, it might sell. And I'm thinking of making myself one kind of like my red one, and wearing it while I'm set up, and see if that helps boost getting that red one sold. That red one is beautiful. And it took quite a while to make it, so. You know, it's not something I would reduce to $10 for sure. It's got more than that in product. But, and there is our little plum. He is so cute. We have our strawberry and our orange. Sorry about my arm being in the way, guys. I love these little fruit. I was so excited to see them on the website. He's in kind of an odd little angle. There we go. Oops, wrong thing. So I had an idea, and I was telling Alan about it, about how I want to set up some of my jewelry because there's so many pieces that I want just on, you know, like cards, the necklace stands. And I have a lot of those flocked, you know, necklace stands. And I want to take like a board and make it kind of like on an easel. And I have a big one, but right now it has, oh, what do you call it? Chicken wire on it. It's clean chicken wire. It's like fresh from the roll. And I'm thinking of taking the chicken wire off because I don't really have anything that I can put on it anymore. I think I'll just go ahead and use one of those. And putting plywood on the one side and, you know, painting it, making it look nice, because I have plywood left over from when I was redoing the inside of the camper. And I want to buy at the thrift stores, you know, those wall shelves that we all used to have from Home Interior that have the rails. I want to buy a bunch of them. Put the little screws in the plywood so that the shelves are there. I can just quickly, you know, hook the shelves onto this easel that I have that is, you know, stands up on its own. And I can put these, sometimes the paint kind of sticks on these and you have to break that paint loose. So there's all those. Anyways, we have those done. I do need something to put them in. Let's see. Okay, for right now, let's get a little glass dish out. And let's set them in here. And then when I go to set up, all I have to do is put the shelves on the little hooks. And we're going to make earrings. These owls are not heavy at all. That one owl has just a little bit of a, almost a gold color to him. So we're going to put him together as earrings. And I think we're going to use gunmetal with him. Anyways, we're going to, what I want to do is I can then, after they're on the board, I can stand my jewelry, my easels up on top of the little, felt necklace stands on top of that. And I think it'll be beautiful. What are your thoughts on that? If you think that'll be like a good idea? I am going to reach in here and get a couple of these tiny little jump rings because I want my owls to move. And I think I'm just going to use silver head pins. And I have some right here. And I think that'll be a really good way to display things. I only have one event that is outdoors. All the rest of them are inside. So, there's that. We're just going to dangle this from beneath the owl and make it look like he's sitting. I wish I had like a little branch kind of thing. I do have leaves, but I don't think I have any small ones. Not in silver. Oh, I do have that. Well, let's see if we have two of a kind. Two of those. I have two of those tiny tinies. I don't think I do. But you know what? They look really good with that. Do I want to use that with... I think I still want to use this. Okay, let's do that. I really like those leaves with it. I can't believe I only paid like, I don't know, I don't even think I paid $1. I think it was like 50 cents or something for that whole thing of leaves. And I've been using them right and left. So I'm clipping off about that much because I do want a little bit of a neck if possible. And I just cut it off, flush like that. I leave it long. And then I do my loop towards the back. Always seems to work better for me. Like I said, I'm leaving a neck because I want something, I want a little bit of length. I'm bringing it back towards me. And then I'm going to bend it back and I will close it when I put it on. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I just looked up to make sure I had actually unpaused you guys from earlier. I would have been so upset if I had not. So there we have those two ready to go. And I'm going to need some more of those jump rings. All right, let's go ahead and assemble this. So we're going to start by getting these bottom pieces together. Because the loops all go the same way, I want to assemble them with a jump ring so that they hang facing the same way. And then I'm going to fasten this to the owl. So we want them facing, when you do this and you want to make sure that they face the same way, you want to put them face to face. I'm going to close this like so. And I'm going to pick that up. So we have it like that. I'm going to take my open part and I'm going to loop it right into that jump ring. Get him to hold still. I may have to open it a little more. Just like opening a jump ring, I'm going to tip it towards us. And it probably would have been easier to close this and then put it onto the jump ring. And then you want to just bring it closed all the way, just like closing a jump ring. Give it a wiggle and push it closed. There. And look at that. I like that. That is so cool. I'll put it on the ear wire after we get done. Here, I'll show you what it would be like if I just go ahead and close it now, and then we will put it on the jump ring. Whoops, I slipped. Make sure that's closed. And it is. So this one will go ahead, and it doesn't matter which way you do it, whether you put it on the jump ring or, you know, put it on like I'm doing right now. So this time I have it closed. I want, these leaves are not reversible, unfortunately, but we're going to just go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and put this on now. And then put my owl on facing the leaf upside down. I'm going to reposition what I've got in my pliers so I can close it better. If you have your pliers closer to that where the jump ring closes, you'll get it closed better. And there we have those. Now let's go ahead and put our owl on our jump ring. And then fasten our ear wire. So, putting my owl on, I'm putting this ear wire facing that way. And this ear wire facing the other way. Like so. Those are so stinking cute. I think they're adorable. All right, so we're going to set them aside. All right, we're going to do, let me get some Coriana chain. Okay, so I cannot find my Coriana chain. That's the problem putting things away. I have put it away. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to do this pair of earrings with the little skulls. I think they're adorable. I know not everybody appreciates the little skulls. And I'm going to use these tiny little bitty indigo blue beads, the mat that I got quite a while back in one of my bead hauls. I think they just kind of set off these little skulls so wonderfully. And I may get, I don't know, do I want 3? And just case them? Oh, no, it don't look right. So I'm going to do like that. I think they're cute. I just think they are just so cute. So I'm going to, again, I don't want a big neck on this. I just want a loop. And then we will probably, again, use a jump ring because I do want them to swivel freely. So I am making a loop, and then I'm coming back in, and I'm going to bend this forward and then bring my loop, whoops, it's rolling because they're round. Get a hold of it a little better. And then close that, and I can close it the rest of the way with my pliers if need to be, which I will, just like closing a jump ring. Back and forth. Make sure it's closed. And now we'll do likewise with the second one. This is just a quick and easy pair of earrings. Oops. I did it in the wrong order. This is so cute. And again, not keeping a bunch. And then I'm going to grab, yep, those are gold. I want silver. What I do with my little bitty tray. Oh my gosh, right on top. I swear sometimes I cannot see. And then we're going to add these jump rings. And because these little fellas do turn around, it doesn't matter how they go on. So there's that one. They're so cute. I'm just enamored with these. They're so adorable. And there is that pair. So let's go ahead and, do I have time? 33. I think we do. Let's make a quick bracelet. Okay, so I do have a length of wire here, and I have kind of what I got planned. Laid out, it measures over 7 inches. So I'll probably take some beads back out. It's probably going to be this section, because they really don't fit. So let's just eliminate. I don't know how I had 3 in there, but that's probably why they didn't fit, why they didn't look right. It's still going to be way too long. I know that because I have, but that's without putting anything on it. Yeah, it's still way too long. So let's go ahead and take them out, take those out, and do squeeze play. And I think that's going to be plenty long enough. Perfect. Okay, because I still have to add all of this in the equation, and that is over an inch. So that's what our bracelet's going to look like. Let's go ahead and string it. I do want small beads on the very end. I am using real amethyst. Don't ask why, I just felt like doing it. And then I'm putting 2 of these spacer beads. They came from Walmart. I can't get them anymore. Another amethyst, 2 spacer. And then these beads came from Bargain Bead Box. They're a matte bead. So that's what we've got so far. And then we are going to put 5 little skeletons on, little heads. We're putting these little matte indigo beads in the middle. I want them out of my way for the moment. So I want him to go towards the middle one. Indigo. 2. Indigo. Towards the middle. I want to measure that and see where we're at. That is 2.5, roughly 2 3/4. So that makes a 5-inch bracelet. Let's get one more little guy out. And we're going to face him towards the other one. And now let's put a purple bead between him. Get another little purple guy out. I just didn't like how they looked up against each other. So there we have that. I had to look up and make sure I'd press start. So we want him facing the other way. Come on, little dude. Thank you. And then I'm double checking to make sure I've got them all the way they should be. I'm putting in 2 spacers. And by clipping the end, I can always come in, like remove a spacer from here if I need to, or whatever I need to do to shorten if I have to. My goal is to have this about 5.5 inches, roughly. Okay, lay him down and find the hole. There it is. Because it does have some pretty good amount of beads on there, and it is at just under 5.5 inches. That is perfect. We're going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead, take a clamshell. I'm going to put it on this end through the bottom, through that little hole. I'm going to take a crimp tube. Dropped it through the bottom of the crimp tube. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to get my bent chain nose pliers, grab a hold of that, bring it towards the end, and then crimp. You don't want it at the very end because it will come off, or it'll just cut your wire off and your piece won't hold. Tug test, it's on there. Another tug test, it's on there. I'm going to close my crimp tube. or clamshell, and then give it a hug, and then I'm going to flatten these together. It's a little Willy Wonka, so we're going to kind of give it a hug, straighten it, close it, let them all fall down. And then we're going to do the other side. Let it kind of curl. I'm going to open this clamshell up so I can reach inside, through the bottom, out through the mouth of the clamshell. Grab my other crimp tube, go up through the bottom of that crimp tube. Oops. Let's just pick it up this way. I have thumble fingers this morning. Come on, little dude. Why for you not go in there? Might be some reason it's not going in it. All right, I have a crimp bead laying here. I'll just use it. Yes, that's a crimp bead. I'm going to drop that crimp bead down in there. We'll just use it instead of struggling. Stay put, little dude. Now, I do want this to be able to curl, but I also don't want any spaces between my beads. I'm pressing down, and then I'm going to squeeze that crimp bead. And I'm mashing it. I want to make sure that there's no spaces that will allow that wire to come through. I'm going to give it tug test. It's on there tight. I'm going to cut off that excess wire. Ta-da! Whoops. I'm going to close my clamshell. And then we're going to give it a hug up there. I'm going to set all this out of my way for the moment. Now we're going to go ahead and put all this together. I'm going to put a jump ring on one end with a lobster clasp, just like so, like so. Now I did make this smaller, and I can always put a extender chain on these. Open, on, and close. And this is so cute. This is about 6.5 inch. Yep, just over 6.5 inches, which is what most people want. And like I said, I can add extender chains. Let me show you what all we've made. Let me get my excess picked up. So we have this little bracelet. We'll put him right here. We have this pair of earrings. And we have this pair of earrings. And then we have all the little fruit necklaces that are ready to go. I love these little fruit necklaces, guys. They're so adorable. Oops, let's go back and forth with them. Aren't they cute? I didn't get as many pieces made as I wanted to, but I do have so much going on today. I'm so glad to have you guys come along with me on this little short adventure this morning. I love you all, and I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments. Bye, everybody.